right, guys, give it up for your headliner. Please bring him to the stage, Josh Menchions.
Give it up for Sarah. And give it up for everyone else. Yeah, boys. How we all doing? We doing good? I know I got a bit of a speech impediment. It's not gonna go away. If you don't understand me now, you got a very confusing 15 minutes ahead of you. I get a lot of funny situations because of my speech, right? And I know when people are talking to me, but they don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Because they'll continue to say, oh, good for you, right? I can tell them that I'm a world famous gymnast. Do I look like a world famous gymnast? Oh, they'll still say, oh, good for you, good for you. Right? I feel like telling them to fuck off. But there's really no point there, because they don't know what I'm saying anyway. Who we got here? I am kind of sad that noise table left. I was really looking fun, really looking forward to making fun of them. But you know, I'll make do. Who we got here? I love these guys over here. They're all sitting on the same side of the table. They got a date for 3 of them. Very cute guys, very cute. We got a guy over here with a mullet and a ring, earring. How'd the 70s doing, buddy? You better, yeah. All right, and I'm not gonna go for a wild guess. Did the gay table over here? I'm gonna take that as a yes. All right, boys. We're off to a good start. Anyone got any like pets, any dogs or anything? I fucking love dogs, man. I read an article one time saying that dogs are a lot smarter than we give them credit for. Right? They understand a lot more words than we previously thought. And they can even help your kid learn to read. And I thought, great. Whenever I get a kid, there's one less thing I have to do. I'll just get the dog to teach them to read. Maybe teach them some other tricks. To roll over and sit down. Big. But at least, like, you know, I wouldn't want my cat to teach my kid, because then my kid's just gonna be an asshole. Gonna teach the kid to take a dump in my shoes, or maybe randomly bite me, or you know, the kid might start meowing at 3 a.m. in the morning, and then at that point, the kid is gone, man. Like it's a lost cause. Like I fucked up. I'm gonna get rid of that kid. Start again in 9 months. But yeah, Sarah mentioned I do a lot an open mic at Peterlee, and that is the only reason that I go to Peterlee. So she's not wrong there. But I am getting a tramp stamp this Wednesday. I'm kind of a fucking idiot. I made a little video online. I said, if I get 1,000 followers on Last Minute Comedy on Instagram, I will get a tramp stamp live on stage with my logo. And sure enough, it happened. So now I'm kind of obligated to do that. I'm sure nothing will go wrong. I'm sure I'm not going to get an infection. Not at the Peterlee, the cleanest place, the nicest prestige bar in all town, right? the crazy place. So I love performing there. I took over the room about 2 years ago, but I was doing there for a lot longer. And I remember one time I went there and I went up, I performed, I did my thing, and I came back down and enjoyed the rest of the show. And the guy was looking at me from across the room. If someone's looking at you from across the room and Peter E., don't make eye contact. Not a good idea. I instantly made eye contact. So he came over to me, and instead of like standing up and walking over like a regular person, except for me, of course, he went from one chair to the next chair, to the next chair, to the next chair, to one more chair. And then he stood up and started talking. So I'm like, all right, well, we're off to a great start. Let's see what this crazy man had to say. So I was thinking, like, maybe he liked my performance. He might say, hey, you did a good job. Because, I'm a comedian, and that's the kind of attention that I crave, right? It's kind of built in. No, that's not at all what he said. He looked at me and he said, hey man, do you ride canoes? I'm like, no. And he's like, well, you got a lot of upper body strength. Stuff this. What the fuck is this? Got a lot of upper body strength. I'm thinking maybe you ride canoes. I said, no man, I'm just crippled. He said, all right man, well I got a cabin that's 4 hours away. We should go canoeing there. And I looked at him very weird, as one would when a stranger asks you to go to a cabin. And he must have caught on, right? So he backed up. And he said, or we could go to Power Pond. And we could go canoeing there. And I thought to myself, awesome. Do I want to die in 4 hours away? Or do I want to die in Power Pond? Great choices there. So keep in mind, I'm at Peter E., so I don't want to say no, because I might get stabbed. And I don't want to say yes, because I don't want to die in a canoe. So I said maybe, I think about it, I'll get back there. He said, all right, buddy, well, I'm here every week. You just let me know if you want to go canoeing. Came back next week, wasn't there. Came back the week after, still wasn't there. I don't think the guy's very reliable. So I never did see him again. Sometime that night I wondered, did Canoe Guy ever find his canoe friend? And if he did, is that canoe friend 6 feet under right now? Because I feel like that would be me if I said yes. Oh my, fucking Peter E. is so weird. I had someone, when I was out smoking a joint, try this out of all the people to try to do this to. She tried to sell me shoes. Do I look like I need shoes? Well, these are kind of ragged. But I bought these shoes probably 5 years ago. I don't fucking wear them out, right? I said, no, my dear, but thank you very much. So she came back later with some PS3 games. Tried to sell me some PS3 games. Who the hell has a PS3 anymore? Anyone here? Exactly, right? Where did she get these games? It's a fucking mystery, man. Peter E. is always a mystery. I'm gonna look at my phone here because I fucked up. Forgot what the rest of my said. But that's okay. We're all professionals here. I get away with a lot of because of my disability, and it's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I can run over people's toes, and they apologize to me. Who else can do that? No one, right? I'll run them over. Like, I don't intentionally run them over. I'm just a bad driver. And I go to say I'm sorry. Sorry, man, my bad. But before I do, they say, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm like, you know what? Sure, okay. Good sorry. Just leave it at that. It's really, really annoying to have to correct them and say, no, man, it's my fault. I'm sorry. And then they're like, well, I don't know what you're saying. And it just becomes the whole thing. So it's just easier to let them take the blame. It just makes my life easier. Oh my. But it'd be so weird, like, I wonder if, like, cause obviously if you run over the toad with a car, it's a whole different situation, right? They're gonna sue your ass. But what if I was the one in the car? You know, they're old man or whatnot, and then they see the ramp come down, and me come out, they're like, oh, it's okay. It's alright, that was my fault. Alright, get away with manslaughter, it's fucking awesome. God, fuck that, man. Man, I remember now. I quit weed, bud. Anyone here smoke weed? Yeah, it was too much then. I was high like 24/7. And that's why I don't remember my full set. So, I just couldn't take it anymore, like hanging up along every time I wake up. It's just not worth it. But ever since I stopped smoking weed, I really started to realize stuff about myself that I guess the weed was covering. Like, you know, when I go to the gym, I'm really stiff the day after, right? Right? And like, my dreams, oh guys, the fucking weird dreams I have. Because if you smoke enough weed, you don't get REM sleep, right? It's just a little scientific fact. You need to be in REM sleep to dream. So now that I'm dreaming, I'm getting new material every night in my dream. It's like fucking awesome. I had this one dream where someone wanted to sue me for some reason. I don't fucking remember why. I do a lot of stupid shit. It's not out of the realm of possibility. So they gave me the legal papers. And I opened it up, and it was a love letter printed on a piece of toast. People say your dreams mean stuff. What the fuck does that mean? Right? I don't understand dreams, man. Dreams are fucking weird, but none of them happening. I got a lot more material to go off. But you know, I'm still not really remembering everything. As you can see, because I'm looking at my phone here. I'm hoping my memory will come back, but I don't have very much hope for that. I think my memory is shot, and I'm just gonna deal with it. Did someone mention dating? Dating is weird as a cripple. I gotta say. I was on Tinder before. Anyone here on Tinder? No, because it fucking sucks, isn't it? Fuck Tinder. So I was talking to this woman, and she was getting back to me with one-word answers. One sentence, right? And I'm like, man, this is boring. Right? I like a woman who can talk, who can, like, have a conversation with. So, like, you know what? Tinder is kind of for somebody else. So let's try something here. The worst they can say is no. So I said, hey, have you ever f***ed a cripple? She said no. And I said, well, would you like to? She said, sure. That wasn't a no. It wasn't a confident yes. But it was a sir, and I took it, I ran with it. But I don't run. So, it's a good time. But I just got the light. So I'm going to leave you with one last thought. And I really want you to think about this. Alright? Technically, if you think about it, my nose is the only part of me that runs. Thank you very much.
We watching those comedians and they making me feel like I'm